and the other eye extinguished itself. And then Vendor talked Akka into going through third, and unfortunately, it was when that third, once both eyes are extinguished, when that third person goes through, that's when the jaws clamp down. And I rolled a nat 20. So I guess I got a little makeup for the skull fireball not going off on you all. And Akka nearly died because it was a lot of damage. I believe it was 62 points of damage, if I ain't mistaken, because at the time you had like 67 max or 69 max or something like that. But you weren't at max at that moment.
No, I wasn't at max at that point.
So it did put you unconscious, and then everybody rushed to try to get the clamp jaws off of you, and using the rod, the pole, 10-foot pole of storms, um, Roth was able to pry it open, and then y'all proceeded to try to pull him out of the mouth of this thing. He was caught slightly on the teeth on the bottom side, so I give it at least a DC of 5 on a strength athletics roll to pull you out. And apparently, the first two people who attempted to pull you out were just having a bad night on rolls because they couldn't even get a 5. But then ultimately, Storm, you were successful. You saved his life. Because had you not pulled him out, well, he'd had to make a death saving throw. He'd have took more damage. Well, I don't even know if he took more damage since y'all had the jaws pried open. He'd had to make a death saving throw, though, at least. Um, but that, obviously, y'all pulled him out. Y'all moved around to the west side of the grand staircase and took up a position in that hallway, put up your tiny hut, and got you a rest in. And you all leveled up, and that prolonged our session out a little bit while y'all took some time to do your leveling and stuff. You got done with that, moved around back around to this side of the grand staircase and moving up into this hallway where you saw these adamantian blades. Stepping into the corridor, Storm stepped onto a pressure plate which turned the blades on. Um, Wind started sucking, but from where he was at, it wasn't powerful enough to pull him towards it. But within 6 seconds, the blades were turning at full um, power. He fiddled around, trying some different little, you know, investigating of it, trying to figure something out, and then ultimately talked Alimar into Misty stepping, or I don't remember which one it is you used, Alimar. Is it Misty Step?
Misty. Yeah.
Misty stepping, as you could see just through the blades, just like if you were watching a fan, you can still see through it somewhat. So I allowed you to Misty step through the other side, and immediately you had to make a strength saving throw, or might have been a strength athletics check or something. I don't remember, but the wind on that side was blowing northward. You failed your save, and you fell into a pit, and that's where we left off.
Hi, Alamar.
So, does anybody have any additions they want to add on to that recap? Did I leave anything out? Because I didn't write any of this down. I'm not reading it off of nothing. I'm just going based off memory, and that's because it was such a, you know,
I mean, just like
nothing
a
much really happened. Y'all didn't move far.
right. The only thing I would say is when Vinderella changed himself back into a male halfling, um, that was actually towards the end, and I, like Akka, had just noticed.
Okay.
But I mean, other than that, that was pretty good from just memory.
Yeah, I normally would have wrote out the recap right before the session. I like to do them right before the session because that way, then I really can remember it as the session
Hmm.
starts. But
I think we
because of
should
the
level up from
update,
that recap. That was pretty good.
because of Fantasy Grounds Unity having the major update, most of my time has been devoted to making sure extensions and everything that I have are compatible and getting or disabling the others that aren't at the moment until they get updated. So that pretty much took my time up today, and that's only because our Wednesday games come just happen to come right behind updates. Sunday's game, they'll be fine, but y'all's game always comes right behind these updates, so sometimes it cuts me short. And we're out. We're off tonight, and vendor.
We're missing half the party.
And it appears that Jax is indeed moved to a closer at work, so I think Jax is going to have to drop out of the campaign. He pretty much insinuated it in his last message just before last week's session. I was just holding out. I didn't want to take it as gold until 2 weeks had gone by, but obviously he's not here tonight. So, personal life sometimes gets in the way of us doing things like Dungeons and Dragons. And, you just got to deal with your personal life comes first. So, yeah, if he wants to join a campaign in the future, I have no issues with having him back. But other than that, let me get some music and let's get started. What will be some good music for tonight? Let's see what that sounds like. Make sure it's not too loud.
So, if I'm not mistaken, as you said, Alamar fell in the pit, but I think that Storm is the only one that knows that so far.
I'm not even sure if I know if he fell in the pit. I know he went to the other side. I
Yeah,
can't see past that thing right now.
Yeah, I don't think that. I'll tell you what. Give me a perception roll, Storm, just to see
If
if you
not,
were
I'm fixing
able
to yell out.
able to notice that he got moved northward and then disappeared. I'm going to say it's just you did notice that he moved north as soon as he appeared on the other side of the blades, but you're unsure where he went to. You didn't see him drop. You may have heard him scream though, or yell. And I wonder how loud it is actually. I bet these blades are pretty loud.
Well,
Probably
I've
didn't hear
stepped back
that.
now, so I'm not stepping on the blade now, right?
Actually, yeah. I mean, if you did move back, and
I
you moved
moved
back
back.
after he misty stepped, correct?
Yeah, I moved back after he misty stepped. I realized when I misty stepped that he was still there, and then I stepped back as soon as he misty stepped.
Okay, so as you step back, the blades do start slowing down, and after a minute, these blades will come to a complete stop. While they're slowing down, I'm going to at least start reading out to Alimar what he sees as he gets blown towards this pit and falls. So, Alimar, as you get blown northward and fall, it's a deep pit that opens up at the entrance to this tomb, with a stone sarcophagus resting at the bottom, where you obviously go to. There is a snarling, monkey-like creature decorates the sarcophagus lid. Before you fell beyond the pit, You did see 3 treasure chests that sit upon daises. The chest, I mean, you know what? You didn't have enough time to really tell much about these chests, I'm going to say. So I'm not even going to read the rest of that to you. So as you fall 20 feet into this pit, and so that's going to be 2d6 that I got to roll for damage. So you take 5 points of damage.
Oi.
So what are you doing as you get blown and fall into this pit?
So how deep is the pit?
20 foot.
There's nothing in there with me but that sarcophagus.
That is correct.
Well, I guess when the fan blade starts slowing down, I'll misty step out of the hole there.
Okay, what are you aiming for?
The square behind the blades.
Can you see that blade, that square? I mean, you got to be able to see it, right?
Yeah, I think you're right. Let me see.
I mean, technically, you could misty step, link the spell. I want to make sure. I think I've had this debate before.
It's
Just
just
an
where you can
unoccupied
see.
space that you can see. So, I mean, to me, an unoccupied space can be. It ain't like you got to see the ground. You could literally misty step 30 foot straight up in the air into a point in the air that is unoccupied. So you could do that directly um, above the rim of the pit to the south, which I think you're smart enough to realize that that might not be a good idea. Or you could do it to your west, north, or east, and basically appear just over the just outside the pit.
Yeah, I just want to try to get out the pit right now.
Okay, well, you have control of your token. Move it to where you're wanting to misty step to. It's basically immediately right by the pit.
So are the pressure plates behind the blades?
Yes.
All right, well then I won't be going there then.
All right,
All
so
right, I'll get right here.
you misty step to the right and just outside of the pit. And as you do this, let me give them an opportunity to do something as these blades are still in the process of slowing down. They haven't fully slowed down because a minute hasn't passed yet, I'm assuming. I'm assuming you probably did this pretty quickly. Okay, Storm and Akka, what are you two doing?
It seems that it's
Uh,
gotten a bit quieter from the blades.
yes, that.
Is it safe?
I mean, Alamar, are you there? Alamar,
They probably can't hear me.
I can't at the moment. I'm waiting for the blades to quiet down. He teleported. I'm waiting to see what happens.
And eventually,
What do you mean he teleported?
they do get quiet enough that you feel like your voice could carry to where he could hear you.
I'll definitely feel like my voice can carry.
Yeah, for
Almar!
sure. Yeah, you probably can hear Akka there, Alimar, because his
Yep.
voice is booming.
You know that thing he does where he steps and then he's not right next to you anymore. He's a little ways away.
Yeah, when he walks.
Yeah, but he like disappears and shows up in a different spot many feet away from you.
Akka shrugs.
Could they hear me from there? I mean, I'm way behind. You know, was that 10 foot behind the wall?
I mean, at this point, the blades are slowed down probably enough to where Storm could probably hear you if you're yelling loud. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna yell out to tell him that there's pressure plates behind the blades too.
Do you see a way to deactivate it?
I hadn't looked yet, but I will. All right, Clue. I'm gonna start searching the room, see what I can find. Some kind of lever or anything like that.
Okay, so as you are up here, let me move this out of the way so I can see it better, and a map as well. You do see these three chests. The one on the left is carved of a black material. You believe it looks like onyx. The middle chest looks like a rusty iron chest. And the chest on the right looks like it's cast of silver, but glistening with frost. And they all look to be about 5 feet long, 3 foot wide, and 3 foot high. Let me see what else you may be able to find in this room. You do not see anything else in the room aside from those chests and that sarcophagus down in the bottom of the pit.
And what was on top of it?
It was a snarling monkey-like creature.
All right, I guess I'll. Can I do an investigation check on the boxes or chest or whatever? Yeah, they're chest, right?
Yeah, what are you trying to decipher from them?
If there's any kind of traps or if they're even locked.
Okay, sure. Go ahead. Give me a roll. Just by looking at these chests, you look them over fairly decently. They do not appear to be locked. And from what you can tell, they don't even look trapped.
Well, I guess I'm gonna cast Mage Hand and open one of them.
Okay, they are 5 foot long, 3 foot wide, so 5 by 3. That's a pretty heavy lid. I'm fairly certain those lids are going to be heavier than 10 pounds.
All right. I'll open that one.
Okay, so after you open that chest, you look down into it and you see a 3-inch long gold key protruding from a adamantine keyhole set in the underside of the chest's lid.
So there's a key and a keyhole sitting there, right?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna turn the key.
And you attempt to turn the key, and you cannot turn the key.
Can I take the key out?
You attempt to take the key out, and you cannot remove that key.
All right, I'm gonna leave the lid open.
Okay.
I'll open this one.
All right. So you open the silver frosty chest, and you see the same thing: a key, gold key, in a keyhole set in the underside of the chest lid.
I'll try to turn it, and if I can't turn it, I'll try to pull it out.
Can't turn it, and you cannot remove the key.
All right, I guess I'll go to the last one.
I bet you found something shiny. That's why he's being quiet.
Yeah,
It's fixed to get real loud.
it is very quiet. But y'all, with the blades not turning, you probably see him move past, let me see, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Yeah, you probably see him storm move, from left to right there, just briefly.
Alamar, you find anything? He's moving around, but he's looking for a way to turn the trap off.
There's 3 chests in here, and I've opened 2 of them. They got keys in them, but I can't do nothing with them.
See, told you found something shiny.
I'm about to open the last one now.
All right.
Okay, so same thing, man. A key that's in the underside of the lid.
Well, that don't make any damn sense. Is there nothing behind the chest on the back of them?
No. Um, yeah, you don't see anything else. And you guys feel free to utilize Vendor and Roth. Obviously, not like bait, but if y'all want them specifically to do something, y'all just let me know.
All right. Well, so you can't find any way to deactivate these traps over there,
No, I can't.
and nothing's inside of those chests except for keys, and you can't take them out.
Is there even
Nah.
another way to go?
That's right.
Is there anything else in the room?
There's a sarcophagus.
Don't open it.
That's exactly right.
Look, I think that we've looked around long enough. If there's nothing to turn them off, perhaps we just try to break them. You have that rod, right?
I do.
Storm does.
I do. I can. All right. The issue is, so
Look, don't break the
Alamar.
blades. Just put it in the pressure plate. Make it so that doesn't work.
Well, here's the thing. I can, Alamar. If I take this, I'm going to have my lantern, my spirit helper, take the immovable rod to him. How far can that go? What's the distance on mage? So 30 feet. So I'm gonna have my lantern take the immovable rod. So and go 30 feet. Go through the blades to the other side.
Well, I can meet. I can send my mage hand to get it. 30 feet away.
Yep. And so with this, Alamar, can you get close enough to put that immovable rod between the blades so the blades can't turn?
But
Is
Storm,
there
how many blades are there? If he does that, it's just gonna only hinder one.
in my
It's 30
experience
feet.
with fans, that might be enough. You have to hold that your mage hand isn't going to be able to activate the immovable rod, but if you can like stand next to it and not on the pressure plate and possibly reach there and put it in, that might work.
Look, if we don't do something here soon, I'm gonna die from old age.
I understand. We're trying to do something right now. I could just
I
relax.
don't live as long as the rest of you.
So how do you want me to do it?
Is there a way for you to get next to the spinning blades without activating them? I can't
No.
see anything be on the other side of that. I can just see you kind of moving around a little bit, but I can't see what the layout is.
No, I can't do nothing like that. I mean, I can misty step over there, but it's gonna activate as soon as I get on it.
It doesn't come up to full speed immediately, so you might.
I'm telling you, just hinder the plate. Don't worry about the fan.
We can't hinder all of the plates.
So, what's your idea
Yeah, Akka,
for
that's what I'm.
him for
Akka, yeah,
putting this?
Well, if
because
you disable the pressure plate, then the pressure plate can't activate it, right?
there are 5 pressure plates.
Yeah, so well then deactivate all of them. That's like the only thing I feel like we haven't tried besides just like outright destroying them.
Yeah, I mean, if there's a way to deactivate, I was under the impression that there was no way to deactivate them. If we can deactivate what do I need to do? Use my thieves tools to try and deactivate it? Is that what you mean? One at a time?
Me, if you're asking me, yeah. I mean, that's what I'm going
That's
for.
no. That's what. Yeah, I'm asking. Yeah, Akka. Yeah, like that's you want me to try. All right.
Yeah, I mean, if like just disable them, prop a rock underneath there or something, hold it from pressing down.
All right. I'll take a look at the first one and see if there's a way for me to deactivate it.
You do notice that the entire floor of the corridor is a single pressure plate. There's not 5 individual ones.
Well, then it's just that much easier for you to get your little paws in, Storm.
All right, I'll
So,
start taking a look to see if there's a way if I can try and figure out how to deactivate it.
okay, I mean, what are you wanting to utilize to try to deactivate it?
I mean, I've got the 10-foot pole. I can try and see if I can find a seam, I guess, on the edge of it to try and lift it up and see if I can see how it works and see if I can get underneath it and deactivate it. I've got my thieves' tools and that 10-foot pole.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to be able to lift it up, just by the way that it's built in. The flooring's built. It's not designed to have a big enough seam for your rod to be able to slip in between and pry it up. But you could potentially wedge something. I would think though, with this whole floor being a pressure plate, you may have to wedge in a couple different places at least to keep this thing from to jam the pressure plate from being able to go down, basically.
We've got well, the other thing we've got some.
I think
We've,
Roth still has a lot of those packs that we found back at that
yeah,
Yanti place.
yeah, the packs with those would have torches in them, right?
I think so. I didn't really look. I was just looking for the food.
Yeah, Jax has 10 pitons.
10 pipes.
Pitons. Pittons.
Oh,
Pitons.
pittons. Ah,
Pitons.
yes. Actually, yeah, I will. If you'll hand me those, I will see if I can use those to get underneath and somehow start wedging along the edges. And then, like, I'll try and put one on each, like, try and go basically every like 5 feet or so. See if I can get along the edge, put one on the left side, one on the right side, start stepping and seeing if it holds the plate up, and then going like 3 or 4 feet, 4 or 5 feet, and then like seeing, and then trying to put another one to wedge it. Yeah.
Okay. I put them in a party sheet. Okay, so just tell me how many you're going to use on this side of the fan blades.
One, two. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna start at the first one. So put two. I'm looking at using 8 on this side of the fan blades, 4 per side.
Okay. All right, so I'm not going to make you roll for it. You're pretty successful at, you know, knowing how to utilize this kind of stuff. So you place 8 pitons, however you say it, on this
Potatoes.
side. Yeah, 8 potatoes. That sounds better.
Yes.
And as you're working your way to the fan blades, placing them, you're very successful. The pressure plate's not going off, and you feel pretty confident that you've done a good job on
Look, if anyone's
the
gonna set it
placement of them.
off, it'll be Roth.
All right. I would suggest we go across one at a time. Be careful as you go. And then I will take a step through here. And I've still got 2 more, and I'll try and put it on this one here. On as I step through, put it on one, the last two on this side of the fan.
Okay, so as you reach through and you start wedging your ninth one in, half your body's in the blades, but you feel pretty confident about it. You're able to successfully place your potato and you move on through.
I think you need to let me through there. Yeah. Yeah. There.
There you go. And then I assume you place your 10th one and
Yep.
final one on that last pressure plate or last square. And yeah, you have the whole floor now secure, and the pressure plate is rendered useless.
All right. Well, that was interesting. All right. Huh. Is there? All right, when I look at this, can I climb? Are the walls on this too smooth for me to climb down or not? Can I climb the
Yes,
walls of this pit or not?
they're too smooth to climb down. Um, I mean, I'm pretty sure you could probably jump, diagonally and end up like 2 squares to your northeast or northwest. So what's your jumping range?
What's that?
What's your jumping range? Standing
Uh,
jump without a run?
is that listed somewhere? Do I gotta look that up? Off the top of my head, I don't know it.
I'll look it up.
I think if it's
Yes.
above a, I think it's like a 10 for you, Storm. Because I think it goes off of your strength modifier.
Yeah, I think I want to say it's strength modification. The question I have, okay, so I can't do that. What about um the where the pit meets the wall? Like, is there like a ledge for me to hang off and like move that way, or is
Mm-hmm.
it smooth?
It's smooth, straight on down. Hmm. Thought I had this coded in that would tell me this, but I guess not. Okay, so
Can we send Roth next? And
1
then I'll
foot
follow.
per strength with a 10-foot run up. Half that with standing. So if you want to to actually jump, because I feel like you're jumping 5, 6, 7, 8, 8-ish foot. You know, because you only got 5 foot in between you and where you're trying to get to. So you just really gonna jump from the edge to just across the edge. Really, you're only jumping like 6 or 7 foot. So
And
that's about what half of your strength score is, and the DC on that isn't going to be high if you want to try an athletics jump.
what I will do is I want to take a step back here and kind of take a running jump and kind of like try to jump off the wall and try and like boost myself off the wall.
Sure, I would require an acrobatics roll accompanied with your jump, but yeah, I'll allow that. The higher your acrobatics roll is, the more successful it'll help you on the other roll. Okay, so you do knock out a 21 on that, so that's going to lower the DC on the athletics jump. Oh my
Nice.
god.
Need to be a halfling, bro.
It's not going to lower enough for a 2 to to make it, man. I'm sorry. I was going to lower it to 5. I was like, a 5, he's got that. But that's how what I thought about on that jaw last night when I'm trying to pull Hawk out, or last week. So you will fall due to that. Oh my god. Let me check something real quick. Hold on. I want to
That
make
plus
sure.
13 on that acrobatics check, though. That's insane.
It is. That is pretty nice.
Trust me, every time you say athletics and I can't do acrobatics, I'm like, this is bullshit. Trust me, it's one of the reasons I took the acrobatics to compensate for not having athletics.
Yeah, there's nothing in my
Parkour off the wall.
my dexterity that helps you literally jump with distance. It's a strength to jump with the distance. And I mean, it was a DC 10 until you did the acrobatics, and I made it a DC 5. Um, but needless to say, you do fall in the pit. So I'll do 2d6 on you there. You know, and I'll actually, because of your acrobatics roll, I'll make it a little more graceful on at least the fall. So maybe 1d6.
He's falling with style.
Yeah, still rolled a 5 on that one though. All right. So you take 5 points of damage as you fall to the bottom of this pit.
You all right?
Oh yeah, I'm fine. We just took a rest. I'm good. Oh, that should be that. It stings a little.
All right, I'm gonna take Mage Hand and hand him some rope.
I want to take a look at this
You
sarcophagus
got a
down
mage
here.
hand to lower rope. You can just lower rope, man.
I got to do it with style. He fell with style.
Oh.
Why can't I do it?
I gotcha. Okay, so
How
he
far
lowers
down
you
is
some
that?
rope down.
How 10 foot?
20 feet.
20 foot?
20
Oof.
feet.
That's like 4 me's.
We may want to just climb in and climb out. Aka, try if you've got rope in your bag, you might want to try tying it off to the to those blades there, and then lowering yourself down, and then Alamar can pull us up on this side.
Tie a rope to a blade?
See if there's something on those blades to tie it off. It's not all blades. There's still some mechanical parts and things like that to it.
All right,
There's got to be
understood.
There's got to be some braces or something connected to the center point.
Sure, I'll tie the rope off. Is exactly what I would say if I had rope. I'll ask my brother. Oh, did I tell you? Back to my brother now.
Ah, yes. Well,
Nonchalantly turn around.
I always thought you liked having a brother better than a sister.
That doesn't bother me either way. So either of you have rope, and where's Jack?
Jack was behind you. I believe I do have some rope. Give me a second here. Yep, I've got 50 feet of rope, and I will use the spirit out of the lantern to take that up to him.
Okay, easy enough. So I'm assuming you're going to tie one end of the rope around
Yeah, we'll tie it off.
something with this
We'll tie it
blade
off
stuff.
to. It looks like there might be some like wood parts to this strap.
Um, yeah, we'll say this wood.
Perfect. So me and my brother will tie it off, make sure it's nice and snug. We'll ask Roth to brace it a bit while we climb down, just in case, and then begin to maneuver down.
Okay. I'll let y'all climb that rope without a roll. Y'all climb down easily. And I'm assuming up the other side for the rope that Alimar has.
Actually, Almar, yeah, if you tie your rope off to that immovable rod, that should work.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
That's what I'll do.
All right, so it's a silver, an onyx, and a wood chest.
One of them
Thought it
was
was
covered
red.
in ice.
Yes. One of them was a black onyx chest. It's carved of black onyx, I should say. And the other one is made of rusty iron, and then the one on the right is cast of silver and glistening with frost. And each of the lids are open, and you all see these gold keys that protrude from the underside of the chest lid. And you see nothing else inside the chest. They're just empty, 5 foot long, 3 foot wide, 3 foot high chests.
I am going to slide back down into the hole with the sarcophagus, and I want to start taking a look at the sarcophagus and seeing if I see anything strange or out of the ordinary with that. looking to see if there's anything on there. Just seeing if Alomar missed anything.
I'm pretty sure I missed a lot because I got out of there quick.
You do not see anything other than what he saw, which was that stylized image on the lid.
Snarling monkey-like creature.
Yeah, Sue Monster. And it's basically, y'all recognize it as the image of Wongo.
Well, look, if anything's been the same, maybe we should just break these chests too. What do you say, Alomar?
As soon as I hear him talk about breaking the chests, I jump back over onto the rope and start climbing up.
I would not break no chest.
And then, yeah, jumping over here. Breaking chests sounds like it could be dangerous.
Oh?
I want to take a look. Is there anything on the wall? I want to start looking around at the walls, see if we're missing an inscription or something like that on the walls.
You see nothing on the walls, man. Bare
Yeah.
room other than these three chests and that sarcophagus in the pit. No
I
carvings.
want to try to move one of them.
Wait, what'd you see on
If
the
we can pick 'em up.
sarcophagus?
All right, let's try see if we can turn them all. If we try to turn all these keys at the same time, maybe that'll work.
Perhaps. I'm game to try.
Yeah, that's a good try.
All right, so
What are we gonna go on? Like 3, 2, 1, go?
yes, 1, 2, 3,
How
and then
high
go.
can you count?
Well, that's about it.
All right,
That's
then
all.
3 it is.
That's all you have to do.
I know that there's more numbers, but those are the only ones that I know that are in order.
That's all you have to know.
Okay, so 3, 2, 1, go.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Ready. 3, 2, 1. Turn.
Turn.
Oh, I don't
No.
go if they say turn.
Nothing happens. You can't turn the keys.
Alright, the only other thing I can think of is that we just open the lid. Me and Roth can push it open, and then whatever the hell's inside, we can take care of it, no problem.
All right. I would suggest getting our friend. Yes, that shouldn't be a problem.
Also, another thought. Is it even really worth it opening these up? Like, those things that we found, are they proving to at least be a little useful? And at the cost of what?
Well, at this point, getting out of here with whatever we can. It's hard to say what may or may not help once we get through this thing. Yeah, it's hard to say what your brother's staff will do at this point. That could be very useful.
Well, then are we opening it?
Yes, I would suggest. I would suggest us stepping away from these chests. You said you want you and Roth down.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's kind of been how we've been doing it. Roth's pretty strong, but he needs a hand from time to time.
All right. So, and I'm going. Gosh, yeah.
Okay,
Stay
so you
here.
want Rolf to do what now?
Just assist me with attempting to open the sarcophagus.
And then
Okay.
the rest of us stay here. And I grab my short bow, pull that out. Anybody with ranged attacks, get ready. If anything pops out of that sarcophagus, guys, get up that rope as quick as possible.
Yeah, sure thing.
All right, give me if you're trying to remove it with strength, then give me an athletics roll. And an advantage since he's helping you. You try as hard as you can. Unfortunately, this lid, you feel like this lid cannot be forced off through strength alone. Almost
Hmm.
magical in nature, preventing it from
All right, I'm not sure, but
opening.
whatever's inside, I don't think it wants me to open it. Do you think that there's another way for it to be sealed shut?
All right. Uh, Silver. Uh, Actually, I'm going to
Who's Silver?
walk over to this thing made of silver, pull out my silver rapier and touch it to the close the lid and touch my silver.
As you close the lid, you do hear an audible sound of a click.
All right, and I'll try and open the lid again.
And as you open the lid, it's a slight clicking sound. But you open the lid and key is still in the underside of the lid.
But is it where it was?
Yes, it's still in the same place.
It's in the same location. All right. Well, these keys seem to turn when we open or close the lids. Something's happening when we close the lids. So, I would suggest getting out of that. Get out of there for right now. Or actually, yeah, let's stay there for a second. I'm going to close this lid. I'm gonna go to the next one. Close that,
And you do hear a click.
and then close the third one.
And once again, you hear that muffled clicking sound as the lid closes.
Try and open the sarcophagus now.
All right, I'll try again.
Same result. It doesn't open.
Vendor will start ritually casting detect magic.
I was wondering if you was going to do that.
All right, Storm is going to the and the, is the it's just a stone sarcophagus, no specific colors or anything like that on it.
Um, no, nothing else about them.
What if we turn the chest?
Storm, perhaps placing a silver coin inside the silver one. Maybe it requires some sort of offering.
And
Yeah, you,
y'all are more than welcome at some point if you give up on your guessing game um, to designate someone to make an intelligence check as a group roll, and you can roll that at advantage.
I'll do it.
And DM might be able to give you a little bit of insight on what you might be supposed to do.
um, well, I'm thinking silver or there's frost on this. Maybe some sort of ice magic. Alamar, do you know any ice magic?
I don't think so.
What about you, Jax?
Well, let me look.
Does anybody have frost touch or anything?
Mm,
I don't
I
have
don't.
that.
I only know a few things, but not many.
He has Chill Touch
That's necrotic.
and Ray of Frost.
Right, frost is cold.
He does have Ray of Frost, yes.
And when I hear chill, I think automatically cold.
Yeah,
But
and
you're
No,
right.
it's not a touch spell either.
but that is like necrotic damage, right?
Yeah, it's a ranged necrotic attack.
Well, but that might be what that Onyx one is. All right, so I will step away. Jax, try and throw.
What if it's the opposite stuff? What if you're supposed to put something heat in there or something?
Perhaps we should just wait till Vinder's done detecting magic,
Yeah, we can do that.
and then
10 minutes
after.
goes by, and he does detect evocation magic from the chests themselves.
All
And the
three are evil.
entire chests, he notices that the entire chest is actually magical, but there is a part of the chest that radiates evocation, and then another part of the chest that radiates magic as well, but not evocation.
The part that's radiating evocation. What is it like when we open it up? Is it like
It's on the inside.
on the inside, like the keys them? So what about the keys themselves?
The keys themselves aren't magical.
All right. So the question is, if we want him to hit it with the frost, do we want the lid opened or closed?
I think at this point it's safe to say Vinder would do like an Arcana check or something to like try to think of what spells may be on these chests. And is he able to identify what the second school of magic is? You said one's evocation and one was something else.
Um, I'm just not entirely sure what this other one is. Let me look.
No problem. Because depending on what that is, like, I mean, Vinder's a little bit more in tune with the arcane arts than Akka, and then he can at least communicate it to Alamar, and maybe Alamar knows. So whatever Vinder finds out from the chest, he'll relay to the group.
Yeah, we'll just call it evocation on all three that's inside.
Hmm.
Um, he feels like the chests themselves are of some kind of magical nature that makes them impervious to damage or spells, and that there is obviously some kind of magic on the inside.
All right, with him saying they're impervious from the outside, I will open this first case, the frosted silver one, and look at Jack and say, fire some frost damage in there and see what happens.
Okay, so he'll move over there, fire off his cone of cold. Nothing. Doesn't do anything to the chest. Inside, outside, nothing. I thought you were going to say, look over at Jack and tell him to climb in.
Tell him to what?
Climb in.
No, nothing like it.
They're big enough to get in there, right?
They are.
Get in.
Well, Akka,
I'll get in.
Akka, how do you feel about small spaces?
I mean, at this point, Jack is obviously leaving the campaign. So if you're going to guinea pig someone to do something, I am perfectly okay with y'all guinea pigging Jack at this point.
That's just cruel.
I'm just
Jack
saying.
has a family. We gotta get him home.
Well, I mean, the reason I was saying this was because I mean the halflings are the smallest, but I guess it's big enough for immediate full size creatures. You said it's 5 by 3 by 3.
Mm-hmm.
In my experience, cats love boxes.
Oh, Storm, he's got you, man.
Every time I get a package from Amazon and I empty the box, the cat is immediately in there.
I wish I had a
I
pointer.
still think that we need to just put a silver piece in there. Why put a body in there first, Storm? You're jumping to harsh conclusions. I think I'm rubbing off on you.
All right. Well, let me take a look and see what I have.
A silver piece, perhaps. And with the
I do not have any silver pieces. I have copper and gold pieces.
okay, we'll try the copper or the gold on the middle one then. See if that does anything.
Jack says, "I'll give you a silver piece."
All right. I'll take the silver piece and drop it in the chest, in the silver chest, and close it.
You just hear that audible click sound, but you
I
don't
will.
see anything else happen.
I will open the chest back up. Is the silver piece still in there?
It is.
All right, I'll pick it up and throw it back to Jack.
All right, I think at this point, Alamar and Vinder need to put their minds together and figure this out. This is something definitely in your wheelhouse.
I'll get in one of them.
No,
Well, no. You're an intelligence base. He's saying roll that intelligence case to see if we can get a clue. That's what he's saying.
Alimar's like Mikey. You know, back in the day, Mikey did anything. Alimar's like, I'll guinea pig anything.
Nah, that's because Falco lives on in Alamar.
Storm's curious about getting in right now. He's very curious about what that clicking is on the inside. But
Yeah, I'm sure you are, cat man. Okay, so what are y'all trying to convince Alamar not to get in?
if Alamar starts talking, oh no, if he's looking to get in, Storm will step in front of him. Don't know. I can get in there. That's fine. Just make sure one of you is right here to open this up if I need you to.
Or do you want me to make an Arcana check first?
What do you want to make an Arcana check on?
Or whatever you were telling me what we were going to do first. I don't know.
For a clue.
Investigation check.
Arcana or intelligence is basically what we were going for.
Mm,
And I figured an
Give me a-
Arcana would help, like, pinpoint the spell a bit more, so then that way that might be a better clue.
give me a. What's your Arcana? Is it good?
I got a +9.
All right,
Okay,
you're not
give me
rolling
Arcana.
that.
Dude,
God almighty.
no, man, y'all just terrible at these rolls lately. Y'all are either good or just terrible. I mean, it's still 11 overall, but I'm just saying the actual natural roll level was pretty bad. You're not entirely sure what the whole point of this is, but you feel like maybe they're big enough, and that clicking sound that y'all keep hearing from opening and closing them is something that's clamping around the key to prevent it from being turned.
That's what I thought.
All right, so Storm will get into the chest and close it down on top of himself.
And you hear the click more audibly from inside the chest whenever you've completely closed the lid.
And I
Parker,
will
hurry, get over here, Storm.
I will try and turn the key.
Okay, you turn the key. And as you turn the key, it does lock the chest that you are currently in. And Akka, give me a perception roll. And I'll even say give it to me at advantage. since you're standing right next to it.
Does it have to be Akka?
Well, you're standing right next to the sarcophagus, so yes. If yours is bad, I might roll Rolf's.
It is bad, but I'll roll it because I would love to see how this
No,
actually.
I haven't seen the roll yet, so you can't say it's bad yet.
Well, -1. Hey.
Okay, so we'll roll Rolf's.
I mean, my
You
passive's a
know what?
9.
I mean, I want y'all to see it, so I'm not even gonna roll. So Rolf kind of points to you, Akka says, "Do you see that?" And as you look on top of the sarcophagus lid, um, where is it at? You, I done lost my spot. You see a button magically appear, or you didn't see it actually appear, but you now see a button on the lid. And this one corresponds to looking like silver.
Oh shit! A button!
Push it.
And I'm gonna. Brother, should I push it? And I'm gonna say that he says yes. So if anything bad happens, it's Vinder's fault. Then Akka will press the button.
Okay. I'm going to need a saving throw from you, Storm.
What type of saving throw?
A Constitution saving throw. Ooh. DC 15 on the saving throw, so you did fail the save. Let me add this to the combat tracker to make it easier. Um, that's the wrong thing. Hold on. Okay. Let me target you. Okay, so because you did fail, so it doesn't half. You end up taking 36 points
Oh
of
shit!
cold damage as it becomes super cold inside of the chest. But at the same time, um, the chest that you are in unlocks.
Does the key turn when it unlocks or not?
It does. Actually, you know what? Let me think on this and we read.
Follow-up question: do we
No,
hear any of
it
this?
does. The key does not turn. I'm going to say that I don't think. I mean, I'm going to say no, because you don't hear the sound inside except for maybe him yelling.
If
Especially where you're at. You're down in that pit.
I will listen. Okay, so the key does not turn, but does it unlock?
It does unlock in the button. Um, it doesn't specify. Actually, yeah, we're going to say that the key does turn back the way it was, and obviously the lid on the chest has reset. Basically, everything's reset.
What was that? Oh my god. that was not fun. And Elmar just, I'm sorry, and yeah, Storm just jumps out of the chest and lands right here. That was cold.
All right, keep it.
Hey, there's a button here.
Aka did it.
Yeah, and
Did what?
the button does go away.
All
All
right,
right, I swear there was a button there.
don't touch the buttons.
Well, then perhaps I shouldn't even be down here. Because if another one comes up, I'm probably going to want to touch it.
All right, yes, that sounds good.
And the others kind of encouraged me, and I mean,
I would have pushed it. Zanashi would have pushed that damn button.
All right. So, Aka,
nope.
if you climb into the chest,
No, you said it was cold.
try the other one. Try one of the other ones. If you climb inside, see if you can. If we close the chest, you might be able to turn the key.
What do you mean, might? That doesn't even sound like it's worth a try.
Well, I could turn the blue key or the silver key. I could turn, but try one of the other ones. See if you can do the same thing.
But no button pressing.
No, I think we're done with the button pressing for now.
Yeah, but you can't get out without pressing the button.
We don't know that.
Okay,
You
so
get
Aka
inside.
climbs in. Okay. And as you close the lid, you hear the click sound come from around the key. And this is the onyx chest.
Just gonna wait a moment, thinking. Well, it's really, really dark.
I'm gonna go beat on it.
All right. Were you able to turn the key?
No, it's still stuck. All right, I'm not gonna lie. That was a lie. I haven't even tried yet. I'm pretty scared right now.
Just
But
turn the key.
All right.
As soon as I hear it click, I'm gonna beat all over the dang thing.
You hear this beating sound on the chest as you're inside of it. What are you making a saving or constitution saving?
I wanted to see how scared I was.
Oh, okay.
What the fuck? Fuck you guys. Nearly just crapped my plate armor here.
Just turn the key.
I did.
Roth, did anything change down there?
Did you turn the key, Aka?
Yeah.
He sees an onyx button appear on the chest.
I swear to God, if
Or
there's
on
a
the,
button
on the
there,
sarcophagus, I mean.
if there's a button there and you press it, and I'm still alive, I'll kill you myself.
No more pressing buttons right now. All right.
And Ralph's like, are you sure you don't want me to push the chest or the button?
No, let's see if we can get in somebody inside of all of these and turn it and see if maybe the sarcophagus.
Can I just try to
opens or
open the
something.
lid?
Okay, we'll put Jack in the middle one. You cannot open the lid.
And I can't turn the key back.
You can turn the key back, but as soon as you turn the key back,
The button disappears.
yes.
Okay.
All right.
You have to press the buttons.
Storm will get back in to this one. All right, guys, no pressing buttons. Let's close this and see what happens here. And
So-
Storm will get in and do what he did before and close. So I'll see what happens.
Okay, Jack, turns his key as well. I'm assuming Akka, do you turn yours as well?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna leave it where it was, but this whole time while I'm just waiting for them to get in, I'm just thinking, this is probably where I'm gonna die. I just got into my own coffin. But just still leaving the key where it is, where the lid's still locked and I'm inside.
Okay. Okay, so you do turn the key though, correct?
Yeah, I've turned it one time. I just don't want to turn it back. I want to still have it in the same position where the button's there.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so as you all three press or turn your keys, um, Roth will yell up that there is a onyx button, a rusty iron button, and a silver button that are on the sarcophagus lid. I guess the only one upstairs right now is Alimar that's not inside of a chest. So, Alimar, you're the only one who really hears him, I'm assuming.
I'm gonna tell him try to see if he can move the lid.
He tries, but cannot.
Do you think I need to help him?
Does it still feel shut, Roth? Like sealed?
Are you able to communicate while you're in the chest?
I don't know. Am I?
He's down in a 20-foot pit.
I've got a
at the
booming
bottom.
voice.
I mean, yeah, you do.
I might not hear a
I'll give you
response.
that. Alimar can hear you for sure.
And Storms, Alamar, is anything happening?
We can't move the lid.
Are all the buttons there?
Yes, all the buttons are there.
As soon as
Hit the blue one.
as soon as Storm hears that nothing can happen, he turns his key and gets out, and then says, "I do have an idea, though. You said that and he's gonna look at Vinder. Vinder, you said that the keys are not magic. The chest is, but the keys are not. Correct?"
That's correct.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to remove the keys, though, without. The only way the keys can come out is when you're in the chest and you turn the key. But to
My
get
thought
back,
process here is we have at least 2 mage hands. Mage hands can interact with switches and locks and stuff like that. They just can't interact with magic items. The keys aren't magic items. Can I put my spirit inside there and have it turn the key?
link mage hand again, because I think you got to be able to see, right? Or do you?
Yeah, you got to be able to see it. I don't know about what he has, but
Oh, sorry, I did it twice. Sorry.
Appears at a point you choose. As for diversity, dismiss it. Control the hand. You can use the hand to manipulate an object, open an unlocked door, container, blah blah blah. It doesn't specify that you have to be able to see it.
I think you have to be able to see it when you initially cast it.
Mm,
So if the chest is open, I cast it and I have it basically hold on to the right there with the key, and have it, because I'm in the chest, I know roughly where the key is. Have it come out, shut the lid, and then have it turn the key when I'm outside and mage
I'll
hands.
allow that. I mean, that sounds within the rules or within the scope of Mage Hand in my book that you already know what it looks like inside. So, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not casting it with it shut. I'm saying opening it, cast it, have it inside, then shut the Mage Hand in there.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Does Jack have that too?
Let's see. Jack does have it.
Jack
Yeah, we
does
got
have
we got
Mage
three of
Hand.
them.
He does.
All right, then yeah, there's 3 of us. That's what we're gonna do.
Can I get out of here yet?
Yes. Turn the key and get out.
We're gonna turn the key and we're gonna mash the button.
I get out after turning the key.
So yeah, the 3 of us having Mage Hand. I am stepping as far away from this thing as I can get before we do this.
Okay. So you all cast your Mage Hand and close the lids with the intent that each of these Mage Hands are going to turn the key as soon as the lid is closed, and that's what you do. And these 3 buttons appear on the lid of the sarcophagus.
All right, now, can you hit all 3 buttons at the same time?
Yeah, I'm pretty good at that.
All right, button pusher.
So, as you press all 3 buttons on this lid, the stone sarcophagus turns to transparent crystal, revealing a mummified monkey like creature within. Clutched in its desiccated claws is a fearsome mace.
Well, I can
Just
see
right.
inside. Then I'll relay what I see. It did something, that's for sure.
Wow, well, there's a mace in there.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
That sounds like it's right up your alley now, isn't it?
Sounds very convenient, yeah.
And you're the one that didn't want to bother try to open it.
I'm just curious. I'm gonna roll some damage out. This would have been the chest that Akka was in. That's what you would have got if you failed your save.
Well, I wouldn't have been obliterated. I'm guessing that's a disintegration ray.
If you reduced to 0, you would have turned to a pile of dust.
Yes, it is. The only
So,
reason
yeah.
I recognize it is because I actually just used that spell in my last game on Friday. Killed somebody.
Yeah.
Felt good.
That was definitely the worst of the 3 to be in because that one did had the potential to instant kill someone.
I would have had 3 HP left.
Either 3 hit points away from turning to dust. But
Well, do you
what?
think you can you open up the crystal? Can you push it off now? The top?
I'll try. I mean, I mean, I can't even see it. I can feel it, but I can't see it. I guess I'll try to open the sarcophagus. Getting a hand from Roth, of course.
Okay, so the lid still does not open. But the sarcophagus, its appearance now being crystalline, does appear to, you know, be weak.
Be fragile.
All right.
Yes.
I'm gonna tell Roth to headbutt it at the same time that I do, and we'll smash it together. I'm just kidding. We'll use their weapons. Smashing the crystal then.
Okay. Did I open the right one? Why is it not showing the object? Okay, just roll me an attack roll.
The halfling one.
But it does hit it, and I'm assuming at your level, you probably got enough bonus damage that, oh, you don't have that much bonus damage, but it is enough to shatter the sarcophagus. And as you shatter it, the mummy within rises and attacks. Roll initiative.
Take a quick break.
Yeah, we could do that. Take a quick 5, and we'll come back and do combat.
I had a good roll. All right. Be right back.
I thought I already did.
Showing you as blank on the combat tracker for initiative. I don't see it in the chat either.
Nope.
Ooh, I thought it was gonna be a 20 there for a second.
And
There
then
you
you
go.
toggled that switch real quick and made it lag out. I saw
Yeah, I did.
that.
Alamar. I don't know if y'all can see the Sioux monster or not directly on the
Yeah.
chest.
Nope, I see nothing. Now I
Now
see
you can.
something.
All right. So now you should be able to see him. And Alamar, you are up first.
A Sioux monster, huh?
That is correct.
Is it holding that mace that it had, or was inside?
It is.
Yes, I'll cast Flaming Sphere at it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna put it right behind it.
He failed his saving throw. What are you putting up anyway? Link it real quick. I want to make sure it's not something that happens on his turn. Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the sphere must make the dexterity saving throw. So actually, on his turn, at the end of his turn, he'll make that saving throw. And he's already failed his save, so I won't make him roll again on that. We'll just have you do damage at the end of his turn.
So, as a bonus action, though, he can ram it into it, and then the sphere ignites flammable objects not being worn. You can.
Yeah, I could move it in and out.
I mean, he could.
I was
So,
just saying, like, it's not just that. Like, there's definitely a
yeah.
bit more.
I mean, I was just going by what he told me.
Yeah, yeah.
Placed it behind him.
All right,
But,
I'm done anyway.
He could have done that, and then it basically would have caused some damage, and then it would have stayed back where it was at. Because it sounds like
Once it rams, I think the spear stops moving.
yeah,
So it would stop right where it made contact.
yeah. Storm.
I'm pulling out my short bow and taking a shot at it with the short bow.
Oh, I was really wanting them to have token vision added this week, and that is a hit. And he resisted some of that.
I had a feeling. All right, guys, I would get out of there as quick as you can. And that will be my turn. I'm going to take a step back, and that will end my turn.
I would say Vendor steps up, shoots a firebolt.
Okay, so he moves up and does just that.
And then I'm not exactly sure how many spell slots he has, but after the damage, bonus action, spiritual weapon.
Okay, and it does do some good damage on the Sioux monster.
Save the spell.
Oh, well, last time he got mad that I didn't go ham with him. So I was just going to go ham this time. But, sure, I agree.
Okay, the spiritual weapon rolls and it does land a hit.
See, no problems.
Which one of these damages do I do? Let me look.
All of them.
So fire.
Okay, so if he's casting it at second level, it's 1d8 plus 5. If he's upcasting it, then it's...
Yeah, just do it at second.
Okay. And he does 7 points of damage. And that should end his turn.
Yeah. He'll take a step back and then that'll be it.
Okay.
Well, now that I have my Morning Star, I feel a little bit more confident in the Booming Blade. So I will do just that. Oh,
Ooh, that was so close. And that is enough to bring this thing down.
weak.
Push it into the flames.
I'll attempt to do just that, like kicking the mace away and then pushing the mummy into the flames.
Okay. So the mummy actually just falls apart.
Aka, are you roasting marshmallows down there?
Just burning away this demon so it doesn't ever bother anyone again.
Okay, so you do see this mace lying on, well, wherever you kicked it to.
Should we try to get more information about it before we pick it up? My guess is that it's the same as the others. But I did already touch it, and I don't think anything happened.
Did you literally touch it?
I had to like kick it away.
I'm gonna drop concentration on that spell.
I'm just kind of thinking that you have boots on, and I'm thinking when contact skin to the
Oh yeah, well I
object.
definitely got boots on, that's for sure.
That's what I'm kind of thinking. You know, I mean, if you had gloves on and you grabbed a hold of it, I would consider that a little different. But kicking
I
it
mean,
away,
but
that's-
don't most armor sets have gloves with the armor set? Yes.
Yeah, but I'm going to consider gloves being contact. That's just kind of the way I'm thinking.
Right.
I
No, I
mean,
got you. Well, does Vinder still have his detect magic up?
It's 10 minutes, I don't know.
yeah, we'll say he does. I mean,
Wait, is it detect magic 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Is it concentration?
Yes.
If detect magic's concentration, then he'd have to drop it. No, spiritual weapon is not concentration, is it? Never mind.
No.
What was you asking now?
I mean, detect magic lasts 10 minutes, but I mean, we can have everyone like recast like detect magic and identify if need be.
Yeah, I can cast it.
Well, it's no. I wasn't sure if Vinder would still have it up or not, but he didn't have to drop it. I was thinking for spiritual weapon, but I forgot that it's not concentration. All right. Well, yeah. If he still get it up, then is the mace magic?
It is magic. I am not entirely sure of the school of magic. It's not. Um, Obviously, you wouldn't be able to tell if it was cursed if it was. Um, but the magic on the weapon is not something that he feels will be dangerous to the user.
Is it the same as like what the other ones were, or
Yes.
okay?
Well, Aka, do you want a new mace there?
I think I'm gonna wait on Alamar's spell to finish. Everyone that's
Okay.
touched something begins to act a little weird.
Well, I can cast it at first level. I don't have to do it as a ritual.
Well, yeah, but you still have to touch it in order to
Oh
in
God,
order
yes, I can't.
in
I can't
order
touch it.
to cast identify.
Yep. So are you going to identify it?
No, I'm not touching nothing else.
All right,
Okay.
I'll grab it.
Red smoke sieves from the head of the mace, forming the outline of a monkey with a long tail. And with a roar, the smoky apparition leaps at you, screaming, "Let me in!" And I guess
Not by the hair of my
hmm,
chinny chin chin.
it doesn't even say that. I know that there is one, but hold on.
Concentration roll.
I think it's going to be a charisma saving throw. And you actually succeed on the throw. The spirit does not inhabit you.
Did anybody
And
else see that?
you see the spirit return to the mace.
That's weird, man. How does that mace feel?
Now, this is a question for me. Are you trying to resist that spirit going into you? Because you do have the option, obviously, of not fighting it. And
You said it
since you
was
did
red
success,
smoke.
mhm.
Um. Oh, I feel like I would resist it.
Okay.
I mean, it's like almost like a red ghost, which I think would actually even. Oh yay!
Aka's got enough minds in that head. He doesn't need another one.
Well, hell, did anyone see that just came out within that thingy there?
This is what the mace looks like.
Wow.
I mean, it looks cool and all, but it did anyone see that red monkey smoke thing?
No,
I
I
don't
didn't see nothing.
I don't know, DM. Did any of us see it?
Oh yeah, you all saw it.
I'm
Yeah.
still gonna tell him I didn't see it.
It it wanted to be friends. I don't know if I have room in my head for all that.
It seems like a crowded place in there.
You seem like a crowded place up there.
Well, how does that mace feel? Does it feel better than your other one?
Ah, it's a bit heavy. Going around, swing it a couple times. I don't know.
You'll need to become attuned to it to know what it does, unless you want to let Alimar touch it and see if he can tell you now.
Well, Almar, do
Yeah.
you want to try to see if you can become a bit more familiarized with this thing?
Do I have to touch it, or can I just touch him?
You
You
ain't
gotta
touching
touch
me,
it.
boy.
Let's see. Does Jack have identify?
Mm, actually, I think I may as well.
You may have it.
Well, I'm missing spells because I haven't gone back through my sheet, but I know that I'm like I have to pick some, and I think detect magic and identifier one.
He doesn't have it.
All right. Well, I suppose we can get out of here. Might be time to move forward. There was something downstairs that we may need to worry about.
I'll go on and cast it on it first level.
Okay, give me the charisma saving throw. And you were able to resist it as well, obviously, if you choose to.
And I'll resist it.
Okay. And your current spirit says, glad to see you wanted to keep me around. Because you can only be inhabited by one, obviously.
Yeah.
So it is a mace of terror, and it's in the party sheet. Grab it out of there, Aka.
It's pretty cool looking.
But other than that, the spirit will not be inhabiting anyone. Not this one, anyway. So, what do y'all want to do?
All right. So looks like we've got everything in here. Um, Maybe it's time to get out of here. If you want everyone go through first, and I will come through after everybody and pick the pittance up as we go back through.
Unless you want to go back in the blue box again.
I don't think there's any need for that.
All right, let's get out of here.
The one thing I will do is before going down, I will grab the immovable rod and I will um, tie the rope off to one of the chests here. Find something on there to tie it off to, and then take the immovable rod with us as we go. And then when I get to the other side here, I'm gonna send my mage hand, my lantern spirit across to untie the rope and bring it back.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm gonna get my rope before we leave too.
All right. So you retrieve all your items and move out of
And then
this corridor.
yeah, and then once and I'm slowly, like I said, I'm slowly once everyone else is out and I'm the only one standing on this thing, I will slowly start pulling the pittance out as we back through. After everyone else is off, I want to make sure I'm the only one on the plate when that happens. And then I'll give Jack back his pittance.
All right. And anybody listening in, we have 3 players that are out tonight, and that's causing me to have to control their tokens. for tonight. I'm letting the party pretty much dictate what they do in combat. So they've only had that one combat encounter.
Where to now?
Yeah,
Alright,
where
well,
do y'all want to go?
I suppose it's time to go down, correct?
Yeah, are you gonna take the lead?
I will
Here.
take the lead.
All right.
And
Whee!
10-foot pole out, and we'll start to head down these stairs.
Okay.
Looking around as I start to go down these stairs for that creature that I saw underneath the day before.
I'm getting the other map ready. All right, I'm going to put you on the map first, Storm. All right, I'm guessing Akka is next.
Sounds good to me. Oh, I don't
Okay.
see anything. There we are.
All right. So, say 10-foot pole, slowly checking as I go through everything here.
So this is obviously another chamber where you have a grand staircase, and it plunges down into darkness below. And there's four archways, or no, is it four? No, it's three. Um, you do see other balcony levels visible below. Corridors radiating off in all directions.
Did you just share a second map?
No,
I just had Rotten Halls pop up on my screen. It's all black. I can't see anything, but it's a
that's
second map.
that's the one y'all were just left.
Oh, that's one we just left. All right, gotcha. All right.
Let me get this map here positioned right. Okay. So, what do you wish to do?
All right. Storm is going to. Like I said, I've got the pole out. I'm gonna step out here. Well, that doesn't look friendly. There's a large stone head at the end of this hallway. Is that what that is?
You see what looks like a stone boss relief of a bearded devil's face painted green.
Yeah, that doesn't look nice. I say I'm going to yeah, let's wait on that one. Let's see what else is over here. And slowly
Okay.
start working my way around here. See what I mean, Aka?
Well, I was gonna ask if it was similar to the one we saw at the beginning, but that's definitely not the same.
As you are moving around the balcony, roll me a perception roll.
Everybody.
Akka and Storm, they're fully off the stairs so far and on this level.
A
Okay.
twins.
What is that thing pop? Can I tell whatever that yellow or gold thing is popping off the wall down there?
At the south, all that. Okay,
Just
yeah, that
south to
right
me.
there. Um, it is a plaque fixed to the wall.
When I saw the creature the day before, did I think it was on this level, or did it look like it was lower than this level? When I saw something moving and like go back into the shadows.
It looked like it was on this level.
I am pulling out my rapier and my scimitar. Got them in hand. All right, guys. I'm not sure what's around here, but there was something here yesterday. I don't know where it is or where it went to, but there was something moving around down here. And I want to just kind of peek my head around this corner and take a look down the hallway.
Okay. You see it. You obviously couldn't see as far as you're able to see down there.
Yep.
So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So you don't see into that room that you see that you literally can see as a player. So maybe I should have put some like terrain up or something as checkpoints. But you just see a corridor and it looks like there's two branches off the corridor to the north and south. Halfway down as far as you can see.
All right. This way looks like it might be the way we should go, but I want to check this plaque out and see what that is first. And I slowly start to move over, and I want to take a look at the plaque.
That's what you see. The ring is a path to another tomb. The dead abhor sunlight. Only a jewel can tame the frog. Bow as the dead god intoned, into darkness descend.
Well, this is ominous. Well,
Allimore, perception roll.
Yo, what's up? Thanks for the
You
raid,
notice
guys.
a figure down below on the balcony below you all. And this hunched
Keep
figure
tapping.
glares up
Thanks
at
for the
you.
raid. Appreciate it a lot, my
It's wearing
friend.
a mask that is a replica of the devil
Twilight Seeker, thank you
face
for the
at the
follow.
tomb's entrance. Without saying a word, the figure steps out of sight.
Oh shit. Run, Fortress, run. Thank you for the follow, my friend. Appreciate it a lot.
I'll let Storm know I seen something down there.
We are currently in the Tomb of the Nine Gods.
all right, so it
right
moved
now
down
we're on the
another
edge of
level.
our seats. Miss
that's
Luna
weird.
White, thank you for the follow.
And the devil
Appreciate it
mask
as well.
looks similar to that one to the north, correct? Like he's all like the devil masks. Isn't
Mhm.
that, and that's what
Thank
the
you. Hopefully,
mask
I've avoided
that
death twice so
Akka
far,
used
so
to open up that tomb was a devil mask, if I remember correctly.
still
Yes.
alive.
Yes. Pretty much,
And thank
I
you for the
guess.
follow. Keep tapping.
Not exactly,
Thank you
but
for bringing
pretty
everyone
close.
here. Appreciate it so much. Logic Core, thank you for the follow. So what do you see on that there
The
plaque?
It says the ring is a path to another tomb. The dead abhor sunlight. Only a jewel can tame the frog. Bow as the dead god intoned. Into the darkness descend.
I mean, that there sounds like directions if I ever heard them.
It definitely seems to be something we need to make sure we remember.
Yeah, I got it saved.
Well, I saw what you meant with that a demon head up to the north, but if we're to do this one by one, we got to start with that.
All right.
Or
Well, if you want to, like I said, if you want to start there, we can, or we can check out these other. If you want to try and go there, we can go up and check that out if you want. I just wasn't sure if you'd really want to get involved in another statue head, the way that turned out for you last time.
well, I sure as hell ain't getting inside the mouth.
With Elamar seeing the creature on the other side, I'm gonna put my weapons back away. All right. Well, we can go up there. If that's really what you want to do, we can check that out. I'll pull the pole out, and I want to check for traps as I enter this hallway here. Check for pressure plates. Check and see if I see anything out of the ordinary.
And you're not seeing anything out of the ordinary.
All right. I'll start slowly making my way down this hallway.
So the walls and floor of this 15-foot square room are cracked and carved with images of terrified humanoids falling. And you've already seen the boss relief of this bearded devil's face. Forlorn cries echo from the black void of its gaping maw.
So this is coming out of the floor. Is that what that is? Or it's on the wall? I guess it's like a statue
It's
in the
in the
center of.
it's in the center of the floor.
All right, guys. I don't know what this is.
And I'm not necessarily going to move Vendor's token, but you can tell me what he's doing, and we'll just assume that he's there with you, Akka.
Got it. What do you see in there, Vendor or Storm?
Well, it's a room. There's. It looks like this thing's been hollering. I it's hard to say exactly what this. I mean, there's bodies drawn on the walls. It's a mess. All right. And Storm will step in slowly.
Get in its mouth.
Yeah, because that's been a real good idea so far. Don't think there's anything on the other side of this mouth.
Maybe you should poke it with that stick of there that you got there a few times.
I will definitely take the stick and put it into the mouth. See if anything happens.
As you stick your 10-foot pole into the mouth. I need all three of you to make me intelligence saving throws. And I am just shitting with you. No, you don't. Nothing happens.
I was gonna say Akka's really good at these.
I was
Not.
trying to think of something that would give one of you at least an oh shit. I was thinking maybe that would be Storm, since he was the one that stuck it in there. But no, you stick it in there, and the whatever you stick in as it enters the darkness of this mouth, you literally cannot see it.
As
And
I push, like it's a 10-foot pull. Do I feel a back of the mouth, or does it just
you
keep on
do.
going?
You go 5 foot in with your rod, your pole, and you hit something, which you assume is the back of the mouth.
There's 5 feet. All right. All right. I'll pull that out.
The
What?
mouth on this thing is five. I mean,
It's big enough for us to get inside. If I got you,
yeah.
I'm gonna take a look and start investigating and taking a look to see if there are, if it's got like the last one had hinges and stuff. I want to see if I can see anything along those lines.
All right. I mean, I guess perception or investigation, whatever you're trying to do, I guess, to look for hinges. You're not seeing any hinges. This one looks pretty set on being an actual statue that's, just got its mouth gaping.
All right. Well, it looks like it's not gonna close on anybody if they get in there. What about
So out of
you said as soon as it
curiosity,
goes
how'd
in we
you all
can't
hear
see
about the
anything?
stream? Just stumbling
What
around
about
or
let's check for
recommendations?
you've got that light spell you have, right?
Yeah, I got one of them. There's.
All right, I'm going to pull a marble out of my belt. I believe I have those. Ball bearing, yeah, ball bearing. I'm pulling a ball bearing out, handing it to him. Cast light on it and throw it in there and see what happens.
Um, Give me a
Hmm.
perception roll.
This is where you die.
You feel like it hit um, about 20 foot below.
I So it went down. So as soon, but okay, he cast light on it. As soon as it goes in the mouth, we don't see it.
Okay, link your light spell.
You got it.
Okay, so it's a cantrip. Because darkness, if any of this spell's area overlaps with an area of light created by a spell of second
Nice,
level
nice.
or lower, the
Well, I
spell that
definitely
created the
appreciate
light
everyone
is
coming and checking it
dispelled.
out. Do
So your
homebrew
light
World of
is
Ballista on the
just,
sides.
as soon as it goes into the entrance of this mouth, your light goes out.
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Homebrew Worlds of Ballista.
Is
All
that the
right.
way that you
Eastern.
would understand that,
Yep.
Kyle? That last paragraph?
Mm, yeah, that's pretty much how I see it. You're talking about like if the spell's area overlaps within an area of light created by another spell,
That's what it
or
looks like. I mean, if any of this spell's area overlaps with an area of light created by a spell of second level or lower, the spell that created the light is dispelled. So I feel like darkness overrides the light, so it does extinguish the light.
I mean, if that's how you want to call it, that's perfectly cool. Hmm. That's how I kind of feel about it, though. So, but anyways,
Yeah, that
well,
seems reasonable to me.
if you said it went down,
Sounded like it.
all right. Well, I ain't getting in that there thing then.
All right. Well, unless somebody has a way to light up and see what's it to override whatever this spell is that's not letting light go through here. Yeah, the only thing is to jump in, and it looks like it's a 20-foot drop down. So,
What do you mean? Looks like I didn't see you put your head in there.
well, it sounds like. How's that? Sounds like it's a 20-foot drop.
Well, sounds like I'm gonna go this way then.
Yeah, but the plaque said, "Into darkness descend."
That wasn't the first step, though. We need to find a ring. Unless the ring is the staircase, and then
That's what I was thinking.
we already found the ring.
All right, we know where we're at. Let's go. That face is creeping me out anyway.
So the second part was what?
The dead abhor sunlight.
All right, well let's find some dead, and then create sunlight. Storm, you want to take the lead down this hallway?
Yep, sounds good.
Which spirit do you have, Alamar?
The Opalaka.
Okay, so y'all have um, Moa and okay.
I think we have 3 of them right now.
I think technically you only have 2 because nobody was inhabited by the third. But yeah, you're moving towards this intersection, and you're starting to see a floor like a checker-looking pattern further up.
Yeah, and I think 5. Oh, yeah, and I should be able to see. It looks like there might be another sarcophagus or something up there. Yeah, I've got 60 feet of dark vision.
Yeah, you do see what looks like a sarcophagus in a room directly in front of you.
Well, there it looks like there's another sarcophagus directly in front of us.
Well, that sounds just great. That's just another thing for us to have to mess with.
Yep. All right. Well. All right. Start to go. Whoa. Uh-oh. Um.
You at a four-way intersection. The corridors to the north and south curve upward and out of sight, but with no rails or steps to allow them to be climbed. The corpse of a half human, half goat creature in a robe sprawls 10 feet to the north. It grips a staff tipped with a bronze goat's head.
Was there one of the gods that was like a goat something?
I don't think so.
Well, there's like a dead goat creature to the north here.
Squeezing past Alomar.
Wait, was one of the people that you guys that band of people, was one of those a goat person?
I don't think that
I
that
don't
was
know
a
of
thing.
any.
Vendor is probably close by, and he would probably remember.
Yeah,
That, yes, there was
that's a,
one of them.
Storm didn't have any of those visions, so Storm doesn't know. So he's relying on everyone else to give him that information.
Yes, Vendor will remember that. Um, that the one named Devlin was a goat-like creature.
Well, it looks like that there's another one of those yellow bannered individuals. I want to take my pole and start hitting the ground towards towards the goat, towards the north, and see if it seems like another, like, obviously there seems to be a trap here, so I'm looking around to see what it might be.
You are not revealing any traps, and this. Uh,
You
and
said
there's,
it's like going up, correct?
yeah, these are curving up, literally from where you're at as you go towards the corpse. The This area is just like literally curving upwards and out of sight, and to the south the same way.
Gotcha. Like it's curvy. We're talking like a roof, like it's at an angle, like a 45-degree angle going up or something like that. Correct?
Sounds like a trap.
It's just literally, you feel like it's just curving up and out of sight. I mean, you're not entirely sure um, where it goes to because of where you're at.
I'm gonna grab my pole, go to the north a little bit, and then I'm gonna take a step up to the north.
Okay.
And then start taking another one. And then when I get to the body, I want to start out going through the body and seeing what I can find.
Okay. So give me investigation, I guess.
Boy, that was weird.
All right. You do find a journal, and you also find an ink pot and a spell book, and of course his staff.
Well, Alamar, it looks like there's a staff here and a spell book. I don't really know anything about any of that. Is that something that might be interesting to you?
Of course. Mage hand coming to you.
I'll duck the mage hand.
I'll pat him on top of the head as I go.
No! My hair
What
was
do-
perfect.
What are you doing again, Alamar?
So I was going to send Mage Hand up there to get the staff and then go back and get the book.
Okay. I'll put this stuff in the party sheet.
Give me a second. I'm stepping away from my computer. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Well, while he's doing that,
Devlin.
that that's all that we see to the north, and the south looks somewhat similar, I'm assuming.
Yeah, the south seems similar, and as you're up there where you're at, you could just see that you're going upwards too, Storm, but
Well, he stepped
the
away.
way the way he's standing though doesn't seem like he's standing like you would expect him to be standing. He's standing kind of angled back towards you. The top of his himself is kind of, slightly, you know,
So is he
towards
like
you
having
all.
to like lean forward to counterbalance it, or is he like
No,
actually walking like?
it's literally like his center of balance is keeping him that way.
I'm gonna just assume that that's because he's a tabaxi.
Okay.
Not think anything of it. Our storm is a little weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he likes to climb walls and stuff.
Yeah.
All right, sorry about
Climb.
that. I just had someone knocking at my door.
That's fine. And I was telling them as you're standing there, you are on a curved part because it's curved, but you're not standing straight up like you would have thought, like leaning against the curve. You feel more natural, like your center of balance is more natural to just stand normal, like something's keeping you, um, you know, kind of angled, like the curvature of the corridor floor.
All right, well, this is interesting. So, and I want to look up. Does the ceiling seem normal and everything, or is there anything weird?
Seems normal to you. Nothing out of the ordinary. Just this floor just seems like it continues this to go, and you almost feel like you could walk it normally.
All right. Yeah. After handing, I want to open the journal and take a look at the journal.
Okay. And there's a bunch of entries in this journal. How much time do you want to spend looking it over?
I want to look at the last entry.
Nothing. There. It just kind of is describing their harrowing encounters and the last entry is basically their experiences in the tomb and a lot of what you all encountered. They had to run in with tomb dwarfs, and these tomb dwarfs were pretty formidable for them as far as the last entry goes.
All right. I will. I'm just gonna throw that into my bag. All right. Well, I guess we move forward here and see what happens. So I'm gonna start walking. Keep walking forward.
Clue, is that the staff of striking he had there?
Yeah, you identifying it?
It's in the party sheet. That's why I was asking.
Well, let's pretend it's not identified.
And then I'll just cast identify on it.
Okay, well, it's a staff of striking.
Dope.
Vendor might want this.
All right. Yeah. Slowly, said with a 10-foot pole, gonna keep moving forward.
Okay, so you continue walking up this corridor, and for whatever reason, gravity seems to be keeping your center of balance to the floor as normal. You're not slipping back down or nothing. You're just walking normally around this thing.
All right, I'm going to keep going.
Now, from Akka's perspective, it looks like he's just about to like get to the ceiling, right?
You eventually see him just disappear as he walks out of sight. Um, and I guess you're going to continue on. If you continue on, eventually you come back out on the south side. You walk a perfect circle.
I'm
I had
just
a
gonna keep
feeling.
staring up to the north. He went that way, Almar. I don't know, but he disappeared.
And as you're walking, you don't see Akka. And as you get lower and you're able to see over where the body was at, you don't see the body either.
I don't.
You do not.
I will. At this point, I am going to. I get to the crossroad, and can I see? Is it still just straight, or is there a left and right option here?
There is.
When I get to the option to go left and right, do I see Alamar?
You see none of your party members.
All right. I turn around and start going back.
Okay, so you walk all the way back around, coming back down on this north side, and as you're coming down that north side, you do see the body there.
All right.
And of course, you
What
see
the
your
hell'd you
buddy
find?
Akka.
You're gone forever.
Well, I went around. I came to another intersection, but you weren't there. It was very strange.
The
I
ring
didn't
is a
see nothing.
path to another dungeon.
Well, then it sounds like we found our ring.
Or it says to another tomb.
Well, then should we all go?
Oh, we can check out this room here first.
Yeah, why the hell not? We're already here. Did you already make your all the way down?
Sounds good. Did you guys want to go in there first?
I
I
think
made it all the way to the front.
I think Alma already went, so
Yeah, I was paying attention to someone else. Let me move the stream token and the map over there too on the stream.
go camera.
Okay, this room smells of wine. On a checkerboard marble floor, a gilded coffin sparkles in sunlight, streaming down from the chamber's vaulted ceiling, which arches 12 feet overhead. Four huge stone gargoyle heads, their mouths agape, protrude from the walls. And this room is actually, I guess you would have been able to see it earlier. Um, it's bright in here.
All right, Almar, are we going in? Do you want me to go in first?
You may do a perception check for traps along the way.
If that's what you want to do.
I'm gonna do an investigation check on the floor. See if it's trapped.
The floor does not appear to be trapped.
I would stay on the white only.
You see anything?
Nothing so far. I'll check out this sarcophagus.
As the rest of our missing players catch up.
I figured I better catch him up. Okay, so you look at the sarcophagus here,
My guess is that means something's gonna
and
happen.
it has a hinged lid.
All right. Well, I guess we should. Yeah, I'm gonna come up to the sarcophagus and start taking a look at it, looking for locking mechanisms and or inscriptions, anything on it that would give me any sort of clues.
There is not.
Ask Roth to come over here and try to help us pick it up.
He moves over, and you try. Are you just trying to pick the actual coffin up? Is that what you're saying?
Just the lid to it.
Okay, and
He can't figure out where he wants to go.
Well, no, I'm trying to the direction. Oh, there it goes. It wasn't working earlier. I was trying to do the direction thing and it wasn't working.
let me read. Hold on a minute.
I wish I had a cucumber.
I'm trying to make sure I'm reading this correctly. Okay, gotcha. All right, so you open. I mean, you open the lid. Okay, you barely needed help from Rolf to do so. And as the coffin is opened, you see a plaque in this coffin, which merely reads in common, "Drown your sorrows." And everybody give me a perception roll. Okay, so that's good enough. Somebody notices it anyway. Um, there is a block just outside this room in the corridor that appears to be descending.
Everybody out.
Immediately running.
You have
soon as
one
it-
round to make up your mind on what you want to do.
As soon as he says that,
Same.
I take off. Yeah, full on, full speed. Storm don't even
He's
question
gonna
it.
keep moving around.
Storm,
Well,
you,
no,
Storm,
I
you been
was
drinking?
trying to. I'm used to being locked down, so I was like getting ready to move. I thought he was going to make us lock down, so I was getting ready to do a movement and realized my token was moving.
make sure that everyone knows to get out.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, they would have followed y'all. I'm
I
just
got
not gonna
120
the
feet of
tokens.
movement, so
Yeah, I mean, everybody was fairly close enough to the door. You would have been
Good.
able to get out pretty easy. I mean, it would have sealed the entrance in 6 seconds. That was one round, so you had that one round to do what you wanted to do. Okay, so this room closes off with this block, and are you waiting it out, or what are you doing?
all right. So how did it close off? Was there a door that closed, or did the whole thing lift or drop?
The whole thing just descended and closed off that room.
So the whole floor, the whole room, like dropped.
The whole block, like where Storm, where you're at,
Yep.
you're halfway in it, man. You ended your turn there, so I'm guessing I'm going to have to
Well, no,
make
I told
you
you. No,
make
I
a
told you
saving
I had
throw. Oh,
120 feet of movement. I just stopped at a random
okay,
spot. I
okay,
had
because
120 feet of movement. I was running to get out of whatever it was.
you want to make sure he gets that one out. Okay, all right. So you're just out right next to the block, just between you and my streaming PC token.
All right, so that block dropped, like the ceiling
Hmm.
dropped down and closed. Was the floor going down? Or was it just the ceiling that dropped down?
Just a ceiling.
Yeah, I want to see if it automatically, if there's a time. We'll sit here and wait and see what happens.
Yeah, agreed. Just sit and wait.
All right, how long
Yeah, I
were you
believe
going
you.
to wait for?
Just, I guess
Um,
after it goes down a moment or two, if it doesn't go back up, then I have an idea.
no,
So
we'll wait a minute or two to start with.
okay, so a minute or two goes by, nothing happens. It's still sitting there.
All right, I think that we need to go through that ring.
Go to the other tomb. All right.
Gesturing back towards where Storm had walked up.
All right, let's go.
Follow Alamar. Get now, get.
So you all move around and you come out here where that body is no longer here. Okay, and now what?
Well, with Alamar at the lead, I'm guessing he's still up front. Um, go back towards that intersection and see if the path is open.
It is open.
All right, I think we got a little bit of an answer here. Now, the whole ceiling was collapsing, correct?
No,
No,
just where you're
just
literally
Just the,
standing right now,
just where
or
we're,
where Alamar is standing.
got it. All right, I think if it closes again, then we need to stay inside.
all right. My suggestion would be to find space. And Storm starts looking around, sees the gargoyles. I want to come up to the gargoyles. Like, I'm looking at it. Does it look like one of those gargoyles that attacked us, or does it look like just a stone carved gargoyle?
It is a stone gargoyle head. Um,
Just a head or a whole gargoyle?
just a head.
All right. Storm is going to come back here. All right, you guys, if you want to open it. We're not running out the door this time.
Well, that's what happened, right? When he tried to open it, it started to close.
Yes, and if it
Yeah.
does start to close, we're going to stick it out and see what happens.
I don't see what other option we got.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, so as you do, the same thing happens, and that stone block just outside the room starts to descend. Okay,
Hey.
didn't get no response. So as soon as the block has sealed off the entrance, you start seeing something red from the four gargoyle heads start pouring into the room. And it smells like wine, red wine. And that's where we're going to call it.
Ooh, Akka gonna get drunk.
Gonna be fun seeing what y'all do here. Yeah,
Well,
good week, man. Without, I mean, even though we didn't have everybody,
yeah, we were
at
missing 3
least,
people.
yeah, y'all got a little more front and center because of the lack of players.
Hmm. Well, good game, Clue. Appreciate you running the game every week, of course.
Absolutely.
Got any
Yes.
cheese with that wine?
I don't know. Maybe if there's cheese in the rations, we're good. But
And maybe they'll have that vision, token vision next week, but might be another couple weeks before they incorporate that into the game. Maybe longer than that, too.
well, hopefully it's not too long. But if that's it, and like I said, just thanks, and I mean I'll see you on Tuesday, but then of course next week.
Hopefully.
Yeah, Storm.
I should have it all taken care of by next week. I better at least. If I don't, I will be having some serious talks with my boss. But yeah, I should be fine next week.
Well, if you're not, we'll figure it out. But I mean, other than that, for me, got game tomorrow, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and then Friday, same time. And then if any of you have Valheim, you should check it out. Clue, I think you'd kind of enjoy it. It might not be an actual game for you, but maybe Storm.
I just got so much going on. I ain't got time to play games. I mean, I'd love to.
What game is that?
I'll shoot you a message after the stream.
But anyways, I am going to end the stream. Thanks to everyone who tuned in and hopefully enjoyed our session. Good night.
Later, guys.
See y'all. All right, let's see if we
All
can
right,
return the
stream is
favor
done.
and find somebody to raid. So I'm just gonna flip it over to this for just a moment, and then pull somebody up.